Hello everybody, it is Shadows Rain and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down the patch notes for Season 5. A few surprising things in here. So, I do just want to show you that we are on the official InfinityWard.com. So this is coming straight from the horse's mouth. No articles used here because they usually have an agenda. Today we are joined by a very special guest. We have Sandbag, otherwise known as Button. How you doing, Button?
Hello, not too bad.
Good. Button's in here because he used to be a crapper player, but now he's average, which is considered a plus. So I'll be able to get some of his input into some of these changes as well. But yeah, let's break it straight down. So we've got a few new maps. So we've got Ground War, which is at the airport of Verdansk. We don't really play Ground War anyway. We've got Gunfight map, which is a livestock one, which, yeah, I'll be in Season 2 of the A1A League. And then we've got a few new multiplayer maps, which, yeah, okay, they'll be alright. Warzone changes that you all know about. We've got Stadium being opened up, we've got Train, we've got Train Station Interior now being a thing, and we've got Exterior Extenders, meaning you can now get into buildings instead of having to climb stairs or be camped by elevators. Although you're still probably going to get camped at these anyway, but still. We also have some new operators, new game modes, and 2 new weapons, which we will be breaking down when my game eventually updates. I'm on PC, so it takes an eternity. So, yeah, got a few new modes in that as well. So we have got a new mini Royale Road, and we've got a few mastery challenges, etc, etc. But let's break down the patch notes. So, straight away, Xbox One's getting boned, because that update is more than, yeah, it's quite a bit bigger than the PlayStation 4 one. But then PC's getting boned again, as, yeah, not fun. So, let's just go over it. Modern Warfare, we have a new Ground War map. As we know, we have got... yeah, we've got Blueprint. We're going to click on this and go there later. We've got Search and Destroy Double Down, which is 12v12, which is going to be good. We've got the new Livestock map and Oil Rig and Harbour 24/7, which will be the new maps. Your war zones remain unchanged for duos, trios and quads. But then BR Solos is going back to Stimulus mode, although it is changing its name to Buyback, which is basically where if you've got the money to be respawned, you'll automatically respawn yourself. And then Blood Money Quads is back instead of being trios. And of course you've got the mini Royale trios. Now we're going to go into the general fixes. Now this is where the controversial bit begins, because this is usually where the weapon balancing is. There is none, Ben. Nothing's changing.
Well, no weapons. Nothing's getting nerfed.
No, nothing at all. So how do you feel about that?
A bit disappointed. I thought there'd be something big going on.
Yeah.
But there is a new assault rifle, I believe.
There is, and once I do have my thingy updated, I will be doing the first impressions of that. Have you had a chance to play with it yet?
No, you've got to be level 30, you've got to be 31 on your battle pass to get it.
Ooh, lovely. And there's an SMG in there as well, which we'll be reviewing later on. We do have Weapon Inspect, which is a cool little feature I liked in Apex Legends. Also made thumbnailing videos really easy. So that's where you press a button and you'll inspect your weapon and just obviously give it like the eyes, which is really nice. So there is a couple of things that have been fixed. We'll get back around to weapon balancing and talk about that. But the general fix is, so there was an issue where the store bundle images could get stuck on previous bundle images when scrolling on PC. Never had that problem, but there you go. Fixes to prevent screen tearing. That shouldn't really be an issue anyway, but Infinity Ward really poorly optimized PC games. But it's nice to see that they're actually giving some PC gamers attention for a change. Yeah, this is a fun one. Fix for an issue where pricing guys occasionally lose their eye models while navigating various menus. That is the scariest shit I've ever seen. Fixed a bug where headshot only was set as an option in custom game. The male operator hitboxes aren't functioning properly, so that's been fixed. There's been a fix for an issue where the default scope on the Rytec AMR can't be customized. So that basically means for camouflages, so if you've got like a gold camo, that'll now be gold or platinum or whatever it was instead of just the basic black one. And there's also been a bug where care packages, juggernauts and emergency airdrops were not getting properly refunded if the player getting too many vehicle kills. Basically, oh yes, that was a custom game one. I was going to say I've never had that issue before. Stop and power rounds are now preserved on dropped weapons. Yes! Yes! Now this was a big one for me because I've been using a lot of the Fallas, you know, and a bits of EBR. So what I would do is, if I found a stop and power, I would drop it, Sorry, I would equip it. And then sometimes you can have another loadout drop or whatever, or someone else calls in a loadout drop or something like that. And then once you use your ghost class and you pick your gun back up, your stopping power's gone. So I'm glad that that has been fixed. That's a good quality of life change there. And I think people on weapons like that are going to appreciate that one more, especially if you're running a 2-stop strategy with your loadouts. Added a brief decay period when transitioning from heavy footsteps, such as sprint or tactical sprint, to lighter footsteps walk. This addresses players immediately becoming quiet when slowing down at past moments. Yes, I hope they haven't made this worse, but basically what would happen if you were sprinting somewhere and then you stopped, you wouldn't be able to hear an effing thing at all. Which if you're playing headphones, which Button is now used to, he may have experienced this once or twice, and it is rather annoying. So you'll be able to tell if they've stopped sprinting, because knowing that they're sprinting is actually a bit of an advantage, because if they're sprinting, you can walk around a corner and it's going to take them longer to be even able to shoot at you, let alone be able to have any chance of surviving. So if they've slowed down, you know they've slowed down, then that does make it a 50-50 fight. And being able to hear that as well makes a massive difference. Now, there's also been a bug fix where the player's choice of weapon, fire and scope states were not being saved and restored after interacting with the sentry gun, shield turret and care package. Again, not really a massive big one. If you were in semi-auto mode for an AK or something like that and you used one of these and you put it down, then it would put you back to fully automatic mode. Again, not really a massive problem, but it can catch you out, which can be quite annoying, especially if you are on a kill streak. It also does say that we'll have weapon tuning and other weapon adjustments in a future patch. Stay tuned for updates. So this is why I came back to the gun balancing thing. Why? Like, everyone knows what's OP right now. Everyone knows that the Grau is still an absolute laser. Everyone knows that, yeah, everyone knows that the FAL is ridiculously OP at the moment. Not necessarily for its body shot damage, but for its headshot damage. The fact that you can drop people with 3 shots to the head with a FAL is absolutely ludicrous. That's MR.
You don't land the FAL, you matter. You don't land the FAL otherwise.
Yeah, it's true, but to be fair, even just aiming for the body, like 5 body shots, I think that's fair because you can get them shots out very quickly. And 5 shots from... I mean, 5 shots from another gun. Yeah, well, yeah, 5 shots from another gun as well is going to make things a little bit easier. It's good, like 5 shots from another gun. If you're not hitting the head, you in some cases you're still going to have armor left and be completely down with a FAL. I think that's fair, but because it is a high risk, high reward weapon. But 3 headshots, really? 2 if they don't have full armor? Nah, got no time for that, I'm afraid. So there has been a couple of fixes in multiplayer. So there's a couple of invisible walls being fixed, RPK barrel looking broken on the in-game menu, an exploit where players were able to give themselves unlimited ammo. I did not know that, but I don't even see the point of why that would even be a problem, just using an ammo box. Fix for an exploit using the recon drone and care package. Don't know what that is, but I bet that was fun. And the PKM, how do you pronounce that? The Bludgeoner? Whatever. The blue one will now gather more ammo from any other PKM weapon, because it wasn't initially picking up ammo when you went over a normal PKM. It's also fixed an issue where players were hearing the missed voiceover for the prison airstrike right after calling it in, which is a bit annoying. And added a voice line when a player's high alert warning is triggered. That is in the multiplayer section. I wonder if that will be carried over to Warzone. If that is carried over to Warzone, wow, that is going to be powerful. And they've also fixed an issue where players could receive a wallbang kills when shooting through players. Not really a massive thing, but if people are going to be crying on about it, then why not? Go for it. Warzone! New Warzone loot items. Basically just means, I'm assuming that just means different weapons that you find on the floor. Here's going to be a fun one. Gulag weapons will now rotate every week between 4 sets total. Now, I don't wonder if that means it's going to go to shotguns 1 week, and then pistols 1 week, and then snipers 1 week, and then ARs another. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't got my bloody update done yet. And increased effective damage range for all semi-auto, DMR, and semi-automatic sniper rifles. That is huge. That is basically a range, like a weapon. What do you call it? A weapon patch. So basically, this means that weapons like the SKS, weapons like the EBR, they are going to be doing a lot more damage now at range. Well, not more damage, but increased damage. So that 168 damage range for the... Or was it 168? Basically, it's like where you shoot someone and their armor's broken and they've got like one normal hit of EBR and then they're dead. That's going to be a much bigger range now in that case. And that's going to be the same now for the FR556, which is basically the FAMAS. But I'm really excited. As me being an EBR channel, really, and SOCOM, so just doing stuff that people don't. Like, that's massive for us. That is absolutely huge. And semi-auto sniper, so that's also Dragunov and Rytek. So basically the Rytek and the Dragunov have had a little mini buff there, if not to their numbers directly, but in case of a range buff. Fixed a bug where players' physics could be controlled by a helicopter while they parachute out. That's a fun one, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
I wonder if that means it'll fix the issue where you shoot clearly out with a rocket launcher and then you blow yourself up without touching the aeroplane. I mean the helicopter. I wonder if that's a similar thing.
You would think so, but the problem is when you've made an object like a helicopter or any vehicle, like it doesn't have a bit of a glitch on it. Like you need to like skin the edge of it. Like it's just to do with the perimeter, isn't it? With a new object.
Quote button 2020, no gaming design experience. Fix an issue where players were unable to call in any airstrikes. Not had that issue. Never had that issue.
That'll be Xbox users, isn't it?
A fix for seeing invalid pings on the heartbeat sensor. Don't know that one, but if you're using a heartbeat sensor anyway, you deserve to die. Fix an issue for where players were unable to call in airstrikes. Already read that one. Added a new voiceover line to warn players of enemy recon drones being called in near them. Battle Royale only. Now you see there already was that. Whenever you hear the line enemy personal radar above, that means a drone. That's a recon drone. A lot of people don't know that, but if they've made that more clear, then that's fantastic. Previously, the most wanted contract could respawn dead players. Now it can respawn players in the gulag in any state. Wow, that is huge. That is huge. A few times where we've had a most wanted going and someone's dropped and they've been in the gulag and not had the benefit of being like revived and then being killed in the gulag seconds later. So basically, if you are in the gulag, in your gulag, fighting someone, and you get it, you're out. You're out the gulag. Straight up. So I wonder what that's going... Yeah, I wonder what... Yeah, I wonder what...
Pulled out the gulag.
Well, you're respawned anyway, but I wonder what that means to the person who's on the other side of that. Does that person get respawned too?
That's what I mean, do they win?
Do they win? Do they have to fight another gulag? What's going to happen there? I don't know. Fix an issue where players were unable to call in air. Why do I keep reading that one? I think it's because I've highlighted the one above it. Previously, yeah. There's also a fix for Alive in Gas challenge timer. Don't know what that means. Alive in Gas challenge? Oh, right. So that's obviously one of the challenges before you go into your game. For Call of Duty League, for stuff that we don't care about because it's basically a different game entirely, where professional players play Call of Duty but without kill streaks and they ban things because they're scared of them. I think an EBR's banned, you know, in Call of Duty League. Why would you ban the EBR? I think it is. That's not confirmed, but yeah, they only use M4A1s and whatchamacallits, MP5s. Well, yeah, I know, but as soon as you take out... The problem that I don't like about Call of Duty League is that it's not really accessible because the game is so much different to other people's, like, experiences. So, in here, they've taken out suppressors completely. They've taken out thermal sights, and for me, that would peeve me because if I was, like, a professional COD player, I'd be wanting to use, like, my skill as a player, I think it comes from the mind. Like, a lot of the stuff, I like to outthink my opponent. I like to do something different that they're not expecting, especially when you're up against professional players who do their research on you. Like, you want to be able to throw something out there which puts them off. So, running a Ghost class, I mean, I don't know if Ghost is banned, but a suppressor, you can't be off the map and completely, like, you know, you can't run a Ghost class. It takes that variation, the idea of stealth out the game. And then they've also took out the thermal optic sights. Now that really peeves me off, because now if noobs want to go around throwing smoke, you can't see through it. That's just
in real life you would have a thermal optic, and you can get thermal optics in real life.
Yeah, I just completely disagree with that. Like, you're basically forcing... It's basic... Call of Duty League is now just who's the best little fucking Twitch stream shooter, like, oh, got sweaty reaction. Oh, you can't be out-thunk. If you know you're playing against someone who's a better player than you, then your job is to outsmart them, and you outsmart them with these strategies, and you're just taking that out, and now you just got fucking sweaty little... I'm gonna fucking just rely on my Twitch reflexes, and everything that I don't like and everything that I can be killed by is being banned. Like, no, F off. I've got no time for Call of Duty League, as Ginger Fox will tell you. We also have new co-op modes, TAC Ops, Classic Special Operations, and Survival. That's pretty cool. Might give that a try sometime. Special Operations Survival's got a new map, which is Crash, and fixed an exploit for the involving the equipment store. For the PC, there's a few PC-specific things, so improved stability. Really? I don't think there's anything you can ever do that's going to improve stability. VRAM usage is now displayed in 2 separate bars, one for Warzone and the other for multiplayer. I do think that is a good touch. And added a keybind for air vehicles horn in the Killstreak and Vehicles tab in the options menu. So yeah, that is pretty cool. But the main thing today is no balancing for the weapons apart from MRs. Like, oh, that's bad crack, that, in my opinion. Massive bad crack. So what were you hoping was going to get nerfed?
To be honest, nothing I need nerfing. Like, I think, like, the guns I use. I mean, I was actually hoping a sniper would stand out, to be honest. It would have been nice to see one of the snipers get a little bit more of a...
Well, the Rytek and Dragunov have been a bit without having a range increase, so...
The Rytek didn't really need one, did it?
I suppose. But it just means you can, if you're not using the explosive rounds, you can get a little bit easier shots at range. But yeah, again, that's going to be a weird one. But I'm just...
Yeah, because you could have used something.
Do you think yeah, you wanted that to be buffed?
Yeah, a bit more stability on the scope. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can hit your shot so much easier with the HDR.
Yeah. That's because of the bullet velocity as well, though. The bullets are much faster on the HDR. So you've got that to consider as well. Yeah, it's... I don't really...
I know you thought the FAL was going to be easy, but the FAL is still off the FAL.
The FAL needs to get nerfed. I love the FAL, because I'm a semi-automatic gun kind of guy, always have been. But it is a bit unfair. Like, it's at the point now where I'm using it and melting people and getting high kill games, and it's like, this isn't fair. You know what I mean? Like, if I see them first, even if they shoot me first, I can just turn around and just, they're dead. Like, it is a bit unfair. And if I'm using, say, something like the other day, like the AK, someone can literally just get shot a couple times, turn around, pop, 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 you're gone. It is quite unfair. It is only effective in range though, which might be the reason it's not been done yet, but like I say, they have said that it's going to be coming soon. Why hasn't it been done now? I don't really, from a game development point of view, I don't really think there is much of an excuse for that, because these weapons have been in the game files for a long time. So yeah, and you can only imagine that these changes to Verdansk have been scheduled changes, so this was always going to be Season 5 this came out from, like, launch. You would imagine that that stuff's been well planned. So, yeah, I am quite disappointed. I'm quite disappointed. I am quite disappointed in that. But hopefully that is changed soon, just maybe for the weapons balance. Now I was really looking forward to a new meta, but it looks like we're going to have to wait a bit longer for that. So yeah, let me know what you think of all these changes in the comment section below. Well, thank you very much, Button, for joining us today in the breakdown of it. Not necessarily a gameplay video, but again, needs breaking down because no patches, bad crack, bad crack. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comment section below. If you do like this video, make sure you hit like that button, and if you want to be part of the A1A, hit that subscribe button. I'm Shadows Rain, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.